So I'm going to mix up, I want something like a yellow ochre, and then just warm it up with a little bit of a cad red. Test my colour on there. That's perhaps a little bit orangey. So probably just mainly yellow ochre actually, and then we'll drop some green in. So don't forget, the eye is an eyeball. It's not a rugby ball or an oval ball.
Mine are rugby balls. That's what the optician said when he said, ooh.
Well, if you've got a stigma.
Yeah, astigmatism. That's what he said. It's a bit like
A rugby ball. But you wouldn't know that if you were painting your eyeball.
You wouldn't know that if you looked in my face. You've got rugby ball eyes.
So we're going to put the first layer of watercolour onto that. Then while it's still on that, I use like number 6 brush for that. I'm going to use quite a lot of finer brushes today, so I want to take some green now. Again, it all depends, not Viridian, but something like a sap green or a hooker's green, or
Why do they call it hooker's green?
I don't know. I don't know why it's called hooker's green. I keep meaning to look it up. No, then I can put the answer on.
It's just you two chuckling in the background. I don't like that. Was I on your wavelength?
So just dropping some green into that.
It is named after 19th century English botanist and illustrator William Jackson.
Oh, well, there we go.
Ah, so it's like
It's an unfortunate name, isn't it, really?
I don't actually know why a hooker was called a hooker. And we're not talking about the rugby one.
I suppose you hook up, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
I feel like it's an American phrase.
Very much. They have that jaywalking as well.
That's very different.
Don't get them confused.
Right, so I'm just keeping it wet and dropping that green in. So we get sort of lighter, a little bit lighter at the bottom, and then the green flecks into that. It's a little bit lighter under here as well, so I'll just lift a touch out where it goes a little bit lighter. Try it, not use too much water. And then while we've done the eyes, we can move to the nose. So I'm just using my little 12 set of paints today, so we don't need loads of colour. So I'm going to use like my cadmium red. Run out of palette space though, so just a very pale wash of that. So we don't want a bright pink nose, we want a nice soft pink. So a little bit of pigment and a lot of water. Obviously cats have got very tiny nose compared to dogs. Again, we don't want any hard edges, so just keep it wet or at the painting if it's looking like it's drying. It's not that hot.
It's going to be dry.
Yeah, it has gone really warm.
More
today,
water,
though,
it's gone
isn't it?
warmer this season. Right, so you're doing acrylic, okay, so different, like you're recording now.
So, Rose,
Yes.
the photo Cynthia, there's a distinct white fleck in the eye.
Yeah, the highlight.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about highlights at the moment.
We're adding that at the end.
We'll do those at the end. Yeah, yeah.
Started with the eyes because they're the lightest bits.
Just start with the eyes because once you get those in, it takes shape already. It looks like a cat, hopefully. Or even a dog. Also, what I'm going to do is with my pale pink, which keeps getting dirty because it keeps picking up other colours, is to just put some into the ears as well. So use my bigger brush, number 6, number 8 brush. Put that pink into the ear area. Now I'm going to go in with a good strong mix of black and work that into the areas where she's got black. Careful around the eye, I don't want that to run into the eyeball, so I'll leave a little bit of a gap there for the moment. Always use your brush strokes the way that the fur grows. That will help to give you the shape as well.
Oh, I was like a kid in the sweet shop and I resisted it getting any more than 2.
Oh, that's a shame.
I just really fancied that permanent green. Why? So I got 2.
What do you do with your permanent magenta, permanent green? Sounds like married life has changed you.
State permanent.
Your hair goes colour. What you thought that you wouldn't get that.
I don't know what you say to us that.
Just block it in where the black is. little bit of pink, just sort of round the eye. There we go. Work over the top of this, add in the white, but we need a sort of base coat to help the white show up. So just putting a little bit of this, seems to have this like pink glow underneath her chin. So just very, very soft. Little bit of pink into there. So we've just got a little bit round this eye as well. It's a case of, we don't want colours to run into each other, just have to let things dry. Those of you that are doing tabbies, or sort of motley fur, which is Cheryl, you are, aren't you? Who else has got motley fur? Yours motley, yeah, yours is sort of. So what we can do is we can put down our base colour, which might be a pale wash of ochre or creamy wash. This is just a little test bit here. And when we want the colour to pull apart and give us the idea of fur and stripes, so we have to doing a few test pieces is handy, because if we go in too soon it'll bleed too much and it'll just all mix in and it won't give us that nice fur effect. You can see, can you? Put that up there, that one. So that's wet into wet, but that's too wet because it's running too much, so we have to just let it dry a little bit, probably not too long in today's temperatures, and again we can just dab a strong mix of colour in. And again onto the wet, it'll pull the pigment but not too much, so we sort of get this idea of the tabby type stripes, or if you've got a motley dog with a more of a sort of brindle pattern or something, you can go with a darker colour in the middle as well. So you get a nice effect of the tabby colours.